Investing for beginners. Lesson 4. What is the actual process? Now that you know how to find a good company and at the right price, you can actually buy a stock. This is fairly straightforward, but the steps can get confusing since there are some choices to be made. Note that before deciding to buy, you should have a predefined set of the number of shares you want to purchase, along with the stock symbol and the actual cash in your brokerage account, unless they allow you to purchase shares and then transfer the money into the account within a few days. Now, you only want to do that if you actually have the money available in another account. So now that you know what company you want to invest in and the price range you're ready to buy in, let's look at the actual process. And the best way of teaching this is to show you an actual screenshot of a share builder brokerage account trading page. So essentially, these are all the options that you will have when you want to buy. So the first thing you want to do is choose the action, because then that will dictate what shows up on the screen. So here we've chosen to buy. So the next thing that you would do is put in the symbol of the stock that you are purchasing, and the right hand side will update with the most up-to-date current price of that stock, along with the bid price and the ask price. When you are buying, you are going to be buying the stock at what the bid price is. Also note the number of shares and the base commission at the top. As I've mentioned before, you want to be buying at least the same number of shares as the base commission. But we recommend that you buy at least 10 to 20 shares in order to really help your investment once you go up, as we've mentioned before. So as you can see here, there's 10 shares, which is clearly above the $6.95 trade commission. The next thing that you choose is your order type, and the next slide will go over each one of these in detail, and it's fairly straightforward for buying. The last thing that you have to choose is your funding source. And this can be your brokerage account specific, and in this case, you have three options, where the cash available for investing is the actual physical money in your brokerage account that is not tied up in other shares of other stocks. Your margin buying power is the amount of money that you have on margin to buy the shares. And as the first lesson states, we don't cover margin accounts because it's more advanced than this beginner's course, and we don't recommend it because you're essentially borrowing money from your brokerage account in order to afford the investment. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can become dangerous. So we're not going to essentially cover it, but this is where you would choose if you actually had a margin account within your brokerage account. And the last option is express funding, where if you have another share builder account, you can take it from there for free, or they can charge you $6.95 to get money from another account and fund your investment. So now we're going to go over the buying market types. And for buying stocks, the order types are fairly straightforward. A market order means that your purchase will execute almost immediately as long as the market is open. If you execute a market order when the market is closed, then the order will execute the next time the market opens. This is not recommended since the price could rise at the open higher than the price you wanted to pay or had planned on paying. A market on close allows you to place a market order that will execute near the closing price of the day. This type of order cannot be placed or canceled within the last 20 minutes of market closing. And the third option is a limit order. A limit order allows you to set the price that you want to pay when you buy your shares. So, say that a stock is trading at $55, but you want to buy it at $50, you can set the order type to limit, and once the stock reaches $50, your brokerage account will execute the order on your behalf. This is what it would look like if you chose the limit option as your order type in the previous slide, and you can enter in what your limit price is. So that essentially covers the actual process of buying shares of a company. I wish you the best of luck, and I thank you for watching this video.